Hi everyone, welcome back to our women's Q&A that we do every Monday. And this week and for the next month or so, I'm pre-recording for you because I'm moving house and then it's school holidays and then we're going away camping and I didn't want you to miss out and I didn't want to stop. So here we are. We have the technology. So for December, we've been talking about sleep hygiene, sleep health, how to cultivate thriving sleep, sleep habits. And today we have sort of one topic, and that is light and the different ways we can use light to boost our sleep health. So there are numerous studies that have demonstrated that a desynchronized circadian rhythm can, have detrimental health effects. It can, age you prematurely. It can increase your risk of cancers, particularly breast cancer. It can increase your risk of heart disease, metabolic disease, even poor dental hygiene, and dental problems are exacerbated, sometimes even caused by a deregulated or desynchronized circadian rhythm. So I think, not to put a too fine a point on it, it's really important. And if you're not working really hard at a solid sleep sort of habit, then maybe today is the day to start. Better is always better. So even if you improve it a little bit, you'll get a little bit of health improvement as well. So number one, when we're talking about light, is to make sure you're getting light into your eyes every day, which means spending, in a sun-safe way, spending time outside without sunglasses on. Bright light in the morning, particularly including actually, I'll get on to sunrise point in a minute, but just bright light in the morning. If you get outside and walk the dogs and do that anytime before, say 3, that is associated with falling asleep earlier. Whereas if you get your bright light later in the afternoon, it's associated with falling asleep later as well. And that's not just blue light, it's just outside light. So you kind of want to get your outside time in, definitely do it, but do it before sort of mid-afternoon. Give your body time to wind down. So then let's talk about sunrises and sunsets. We used to think it was just the light hitting the cone in the back of your eye that triggered your hormonal changes. So less light means more melatonin being produced, more light means more cortisol being produced. But there's also some evidence that the oranges and pinks of a sunrise and sunset are also really powerful cues for your body in a hormonal sense. They trigger a hormone response that tells it to either wake up or wind down. So if you can get either a sunrise or a sunset in each day, even better, but particularly a sunrise because it also correlates with your bright light early in the morning. Bada bing, bada boom, we're talking about enhancing your body's well-being and ability to fall asleep when it's dark and wake up when it's light. And my third point with light is to talk about blue light. And not just blue light, let's talk artificial lights, like just ceiling lights. We want to avoid that at night, or we want to dial it down. So if you've got all the lights in the house on at night, start to just have like one light on in the corner. So my living room has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And usually of an evening, I've only got one on, just enough to get around without struggling, but not enough to read in. So blue light in particular has been linked with, well, there's some evidence it can contribute and even cause cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. So the blue light really needs screening. Even during the day, if you can stand the sort of red hue on your computer, use the filters, use the glasses. Some TVs now have a blue light filter. Just start to wind it down. Don't do screens at all in the evening if you possibly can, and try to turn them off at least 2 hours before you go to sleep. So if you're reading off a Kindle, then using one without illumination, and then just using enough light from a lamp so the rest of the house is dark to read. So that's it. Light, get plenty of it during the first half of the day, outdoor light if possible, sunrise or a sunset, preferably a sunrise, and avoiding blue light, particularly in the last half of the day, means that your hormonal signals should start synchronizing and regulating going forward. I'll see you next week.